Craig, we see some moves here that have been announced. Seiya Suzuki will do some rehab tomorrow. And then we saw that Alexander Canario is going down to AAA. So wondering if there's a corresponding move to that. Is Cody Bellinger going to play, possibly? What do we have as a corresponding move to Canario, if you can share?
Yeah, we activated Cody, and he's in the lineup tonight.
That is tremendous news. Is it center field? Is he physically able to play center field?
He is. No, he's going to DH. We're going to start him out at DH. He'll DH at minimum the next couple days, and then we'll kind of go from there and see where we're at and see what's next. Excited to get his presence and his style back into this lineup? Yeah, I mean, I think we're obviously we're getting a good bat back into the lineup. It's 13 days, which is what I think we should feel pretty good about. We'll see. He's not healed yet. We'll see how he feels. He's felt really good. He had a really good productive day yesterday. That kind of put us over the edge here in terms of like activating him. And he's excited to get back.
Keegan Thompson was photographed walking into Wrigley today. Is he already back too?
Yeah, Keegan Thompson is also back. Daniel Palencia has been placed on the injured list with some shoulder stiffness.
Oh, that's too bad. Palencia looked great, especially a couple days ago, finishing that one on Sunday. Worried about Palencia long term or just short?
Yeah, I mean, he just kind of felt it late in his outing yesterday, and he'll see the doctors tonight, and we'll figure out what's next. But came in today, improved, but no, we were going to have to give him some days down. So put him on the injured list.
While we're on the bullpen, a lot of us interested to see Ben Brown out there. Have you thought about? Of course, you thought about it. What would you share? Are you thinking of him like a bulk guy, or is there a chance he's a high leverage guy? What might he do out there for you?
He could do both. So Ben's just going to pitch when we need him, where we need him, just get people out, and that just another arm down there. We've been fortunate in what Ben and Hayden Wesneski have done and their flexibility. It just puts us back to a kind of a full bullpen today. And in this, as we kind of close out this stretch and before an off day on Thursday, just making sure we allocate the innings properly and get guys rest. So Ben will do it, where we need him. And, he may be back in the rotation kind of just based on need and where we're at.
Spoke to him the other day, Craig, spoke to Ben Brown, and he's got a real healthy mindset, it seems, in terms of whatever the team needs, I'll do it, whatever. But, I believed it coming from him. Maybe not everybody has that mindset, but he seems to be very ready and willing to do whatever you might ask.
I think that's right. And I think that mindset does help you be better at when the team is asking you to kind of go back and forth a little bit. And we're treating it as, there's advantages to this too. We're limiting his innings in a little bit, and that's going to be an issue as we move on to the season, for a young pitcher. We're essentially just skipping a start right now and maybe pitches a little less this time around. But he's really just kind of wanted to go in and get people out, and that's your job, and he's fully embraced that, and I think that's helped him be better at his job.
Jed met the media yesterday and obviously got a lot of bullpen questions, and it sounded like for now the answer is guys that are here need to pitch better and improve. Is that a fair summation of where we're at with the bullpen?
Well, these are our guys. So that's we got to get them pitching to their ability. That's our job for sure. And that's how it is. There's not just free great relievers, out on the street. So yeah, that's what we have to do. That's what every team has to do. So yeah, I guess that's accurate for sure.
So, when you guys are talking and you're trying to win a game and he's thinking about big picture, but you're a partner in this whole thing, What's your role in the conversation about when it's time to get aggressive, to go external and try to acquire a relief pitcher or someone to fill a need?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think nobody's just sitting. No team says, "Hey, just go make a trade." Look, you're at a time in the year, and trades are very difficult to make. So we're at a time of the year where it's you got to have your guys pitching well. We've taken a big hit on our depth, with five guys from the opening day roster on the injured list, and that's going to hurt every team, and it's tough. I think we've done a pretty good job withstanding it. I'm proud of our guys for doing it. We've had some guys that have struggled, no question about it. Every team will have some pitchers that struggle when you have 13 of them. But we're in pretty good shape, all things considered. And, we're always working on getting the guys that are off to a little bit of a slow start to get them back on track. And I think we will.
When Kyle Hendricks went down, you had said, Craig, that you wanted to push the starters a little bit harder. And are you still in that mode? And when you think about that, does that mean pitch counts or innings, or what does that mean, push harder?
Yeah, mostly innings. I mean, it's mostly innings because it just saves. It's just less, and that innings means outs, and so that means less outs for the relievers to get. And if we get less outs from the relievers, we can just get more days off for relievers. And so you're always trying to do that because when we get to August and September, those are tough months to pitch after you've racked your 50 appearances in or so, or 55 appearances in, and you want to keep your best pitchers healthy. That's as much as you can, especially when you're in a spot where we've already lost some significant depth. So rest keeps them healthy. So you're always the starters getting as many outs as you can is going to help guys in the bullpen.
When you talked about Javier Assad the other day, I think you'd said he's got a lot of ways to get you out. And is that true of Tyone as well? Because I wondered if those two guys are guys who you might be able to push because, I don't know, they've got more stuff, more different ways to get people out the third time through or the fourth time through. Do those guys make you want to push them harder?
Well, I mean, I think those guys have done a great job. I don't think we need anything more from those guys than we've gotten from them at all. They've done a phenomenal job. So to suggest getting more from them I don't think that's how I was thinking about it. We were in a stretch where we were struggling to get to the fifth inning. And that's going to have long-term effects. The way we've pitched really through this whole stretch, the way our starters have pitched, it's been excellent. And so I couldn't be happier with how our starters have pitched and the number of outs they've gotten us.
So when Tyone left the game at 99 pitches on Saturday, I woke up the next day and I'm like, man, I wonder if it was even an option for him to start another inning and go to like 115. And I looked it up. There's one person has thrown 115 pitches in all of baseball this year. It's just, is the game ever going to evolve back to allowing guys to get to 120, to get to 130? Are we ever going to evolve back to that, or is it gone forever?
Unless they change the rules, it will not. No.
Which rules?
Well, unless they only let you have like 8 pitchers on a team or something like that, or 10 pitchers on a team. If they allow you less pitchers, then the way people pitch will start to change. But if that doesn't happen, then no, I don't think we will. It's just the demands of what's required of pitchers is different. The game changes. And I think sometimes baseball gets compared historically to itself, the game in eras changes. And that means different things are important and emphasized and required of the players, and the players adapt to that.
We're talking to Craig Counsell. Would you be in favor of a rule change like that, limiting number of pitchers on a roster?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Okay. Because I remember talking to Theo about it back in the day when we were trying to figure out how to do this. But you talked about the starters and the success that you guys have had. It's pretty crazy. All guys in the rotation, either sub-1 or sub-2 ERAs. Obviously, some not with huge sample size.
Well, Well, just even without a huge sample size, just think about what you just said. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's right. I just mean, like, obviously Steele, it's what, less than 10 innings, but still, yes, it's been remarkable. It's been the best part of the season so far. Curious what your impression has been of the Cubs pitching infrastructure, because even when they were winning and in like the golden age of Cubs baseball, an admitted weak spot was, we have to pay for pitching, huge premiums for pitching, not really developing it internally. What have your impressions been about the organizational infrastructure as far as development?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I think organizations often have like ebbs and flows with that. And there's no question, like the Cubs are in a good spot right now. And a lot of it is just like that. And a lot of people get credit for that. It's not only development, it's also drafting. It's finding Javier Assad, it's finding Justin Steele, right? And then development is like the finishing product, and then the major league part of it is the last piece of development, and the infrastructure there. So it takes a lot of people to do that, and clearly, there's been an emphasis in that, and then there's also, they hit on some good players. So it's a little bit of everything, I always think. But, I think when you're struggle with something, you want to try to get better at it. And I think the organization clearly has.
Craig, Christopher Morel's changes in plate discipline, my goodness. We've seen so many players who need to evolve that way and don't, but at this point anyway, it's pretty amazing in terms of not swinging outside the zone, in terms of the walk rate and the strikeout rate. Why has he been able to change this way when so many players struggle with changing this way?
Yeah, I think it's a place where Christopher deserves a ton of credit. I think last year, to change, like sometimes the game is the best teacher for you, and just you swing and miss, and then at that pitch, whether it be the slider, off the plate, or the fastball in on your hands, or whatever pitch it is, you make the mistake, and that teaches you to fix it. And Christopher has done a phenomenal job and I give our hitting coaches a lot of credit here too. PB Cabrera and Mully and Dustin Kelly, and just helping him kind of evolve and mature in this process. And he's taken the coaching and teaching, and implemented it very, very quickly, like far quicker than we could have hoped for. And it's had really positive results.
When we tweeted out that you were coming on, a lot of the replies were, you got to ask about Ian Happ. K rate's up, slug is down, still taking walks, but hasn't really produced since Cody was hurt, and he's been in the 3-hole. How do you weigh how long of a leash to give someone on, I'm going to move him back up to leadoff, or I'm going to drop him down in the order until he gets it figured out?
Yeah, I think, look, Ian's not off to the start he wants to be off to. He's also he's gotten himself out of this stuff. There's a hot streak in there that puts this season like within a week, like looking really normal. And that's kind of one of my measures always, you know what I mean? Like, he hit 3 homers in a week, and then we're like, Ian's fine, So, he's right now, he's just not on it. He's not driving the baseball. I think we all see that, and Ian sees that. You just keep working, and he will. He's a talented hitter with a lot of success in this league, and you know what's coming.
All right, well, we started unconventionally, but you're on a talk show. People want to get to know you. We'll end the same way. Owen, my 4-year-old, has started T-ball. I've been to a few practices, and I can already sense some of the parents, maybe they're in the early stages of becoming bad sports parents.
Craig Counsell's a good baseball dad. Your dad was a good baseball dad.
What's the key to being a good baseball or T-ball dad?
Oh, man. It's really like the key. Are you a coach?
I am not. I am not.
Thank God, Craig. Thank God.
That's what I was worried about. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
If you're just a dad there, then the key is to just uncomfortably positively cheer for your kids.
That's beautiful.
Uncomfortably, positively.
Why does it have to be uncomfortable? For the kid, you mean, or for Danny himself?
No, for Danny himself. Yes, for Danny himself.
Just be loud.
I mean, the other parents should be like, man, Danny Parkins, he's so positive about T-ball.
He is. He really is, too. He talks about it all the time.
So don't give a bunch of takes in the crowd and like evaluate swings and stuff like that.
Loves the game.
All right.
Nobody is interested in your takes. I promise. I promise.
God, that checks out.
What are they tuning into right now? This guy over here. It's the Parkins Spiegel Show. You're a guest, Craig. Damn it. All right, man.
No, I mean a T-ball. I meant a T-ball.
Yeah. Sure, that's what you meant.
Good save.
Yeah.
All right, Craig. We'll talk to you later, man. Thank you.
All right, you got it. Take care, guys.
All
Thanks,
right.
Craig.
That's Craig Counsell, manager of the Cubs.
Tanny,
Tanny, don't even think about.
Oh, dude, too
nobody's
late.
interested in your takes. I saw your eyes light up. I don't want to hear it.
No. I already cut it up. I already grabbed it myself.
Shane, stop cutting it up. Everybody, stop cutting it up.
Ray's already got it for their show. Oh, come on, man. Let's get it first.
I'll tell you what, we're cutting up a lot back here, and if Craig didn't save the end there, this side of the glass would not like him very much. I'll tell you that right now.
The no on Nico was tough. It was a very quick, firm no.
It was a hard no.
Yeah.
It was a hard no.
Oh, that was the no. Yeah.
No.
I respect the no.
I don't.
Of course you don't. You wanted Nico Order to come play for your softball team.
I still think he might. I don't think he really needs permission.
No, he won't.
Oh, no, he definitely needs permission. Or I mean, he could have gone the forgiveness route, but I believe we asked on a 50,000-watt blowtorch, so that was out of the realm of possibility. Carlos Zambrano used to show up midseason and play 16-inch softball, but I'm sure he wasn't asking managers and the front office about it.
I can't believe Craig Counsell just said no one cares about your takes.
Oh, God, it's gorgeous.
He's like, about softball.
Yeah.
No, that's not what you meant.
Tanny, can you send that to Nick Wright and to Pony?
No.
Just let them enjoy that.
I'm just going to go ahead and send it to Barrett Sports Media, you know?
No, they already put it up. They're listening all the time. It's an entire feature already.
Oh, right. It's between two Tanny articles, though.
No, there's a lot of anonymous quotes in here. Where to get those?
They were just prepared.
Seriously, we've been on the air the whole time.
They had the article written already about all the people that don't care about my takes.
Craig Counsell confirms radio-wide philosophy.
That's terrible. Tonight, the Cubs continue their series against the Padres at Wrigley Field. Pre-game coverage coming up at 6:05. Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer on the call. First pitch at 6:40. You can listen to every Cubs game in Chicagoland with the free Odyssey app.
So Cody Bellinger's back, man, and he's going to DH.
There's stuff to react to there.
Oh, a ton.
Yeah, there's stuff to react to, good and bad. I think about the state of the Cubs. We'll do it after talking to Nico Horner and Craig Counsell.